Good afternoon. Forecast first. Feeling like autumn out there. Temperatures near 70. Sioux Falls, Aberdeen 66. Here forecast 68. Rapid City 65. It's going to get chilly tonight. Be prepared for some 30s when you wake up tomorrow morning. We'll have the full forecast and yes, more summer-like heat too. That's all coming your way next on Midday in KELOLAND.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. Midday in KELOLAND.
A plaza near downtown Sioux Falls set to be demolished soon. And Hurricane Helene brings relief efforts to the forefront of the presidential campaign. Good afternoon and thanks for having us in. A 21-year-old Sioux Falls man is behind bars, accused of robbing a woman at gunpoint. According to the Sioux Falls Police Department, Adam Abdelshafi Ishmael faces charges of robbery, aggravated assault, and damage to property. According to police, a woman was sitting in her car waiting for a friend in western Sioux Falls Monday night. That's when Ishmael allegedly came up and pointed a gun at her, took her keys, phone, and wallet. No one was injured. Sioux Falls police said surveillance video and traffic cameras helped find details on the suspect, and they were able to stop Ishmael's vehicle and arrest him. I was one of 12 runners who crossed South Dakota in a relay from the state's border with Wyoming to its border with Iowa recently. And today we are recapping our 437 project journey. You'll hear from all 12 of us tonight.
I've got to run so far at nighttime under the moon. Yesterday I ran in the scorching heat, and then today I had the sunrise.
I'm a little sore from some of the downhills. You know, we don't have the length of that in Sioux Falls, but I'm feeling a good ache and I'm feeling good vibes.
Physically, this has been one of the more challenging things I've ever done.
Wanted to raise money, raise awareness, tell more people about it, and I just feel like we have crushed it this year, which has been really awesome.
Much more coming tonight in this special report I'm preparing for you. It's our Eye on KELOLAND, which you'll see at about 10 o'clock Central Time. Some big changes are happening in the Pettigrew Heights neighborhood west of downtown Sioux Falls. Demolition has started on Plaza 600 on West 11th Street. The location used to be home to Lucky Lady Casino, Mercado, and La Tapatia Mexican store. The businesses closed last year and the building has since sat empty. Digital reporter Michael Dorn was going to have a closer look at what led up to the closures and future plans for the location. That's coming up later today on KELOLAND.com. Yankton County officials say there is a no open burning notice for today and the weekend. The Yankton County Office of Emergency Management said the no open burning will remain in place until Monday. Officials warned for critical conditions on Friday and Saturday because of strong winds and dry weather. In weather, it does not look like any rain is coming really anytime soon, Brian.
No, and those burn bans are out for good reason, too, because of obviously the forecast and what's been going on in the last few weeks. Here's a look at Aberdeen this afternoon. We've got temperatures holding at 58 because of some clouds and certainly feeling more like October should. We've got Sioux Falls area now holding at 69, but a northeast wind will kind of cap off some of our warming. Only 57 this hour in Spearfish, 56 degrees in Faith, and you can see the wind out of the north at about 15 to 20 in much of southeastern KELOLAND. So definitely having to note the wind that is across the southeast. I do think those wind numbers will decrease tonight, and so will the temperature. In fact, after temperatures this afternoon in the mid to upper 60s, we'll be in the 40s here by late evening, and I think tomorrow morning there's a chance even Sioux Falls, at least at the airport, could be down in the upper 30s. So we're getting to that time of year now where we can talk more about 30s from time to time. Here's the latest on the hourly update. You can see the afternoon there in the 60s north of Sioux Falls. And then for the overnight, as that wind comes down and we progress through the overnight, lots of 30s around Watertown, Huron, Brookings, and Aberdeen. So we're going to kind of hit that area a little harder about the mention of at least some patchy frost by daybreak. All right, though, that's a quick look at weather. We're going to get into the full forecast and look at the weekend warm-up That's all headed your way in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Brian. President Joe Biden visited North and South Carolina on Wednesday to take a firsthand look at devastation from Hurricane Helene. The two people hoping to replace Biden are also focused on relief efforts. Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson reports.
Vice President Harris and former President Trump are also turning their attention to hurricane victims, and it comes as that desperate search for survivors continues.
Heart goes out to everyone.
President Joe Biden told hurricane victims impacted by Helene the federal government is here to help.
Our job is to help as many people as we can, as quickly as we can.
President Biden took an aerial tour of the devastation in the Carolinas Wednesday afternoon. He is also deploying up to 1,000 active duty troops to support search efforts.
They're going to speed up the delivery of life-saving supplies like food, water, and medicines to isolated communities.
Both Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are also turning their attention to helping the victims. In Augusta, Georgia, Wednesday, Harris handed out meals to families.
One of the beauties about who we are as a country is people really rally together and show the best of who they are.
Trump was also in Georgia earlier this week to see the storm damage firsthand.
The people on the ground are doing the best they can in every challenging circumstances. We do need some help from the federal government.
And it's back to the campaign trail for the candidates. Today, Vice President Harris will be in Wisconsin and former President Trump will be in Michigan. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
Tens of thousands of dock workers at major East and Gulf Coast ports continue to walk picket lines for a third day in a row. With no deal in sight, there are new concerns a strike could drive the prices of food, cars, and other goods. Experts say consumers might also see price increases and shortages for the holiday shopping season. Some people have already begun panic buying, stocking up on water, toilet paper, and paper towels. The group representing shippers and ports says it has offered a nearly 50% pay raise over 6 years, but the union says it's not enough.